In the philosophy of Stoicism, relationships are seen as a critical aspect of living a virtuous and meaningful life. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate inner peace, wisdom, and integrity, while also recognizing the importance of nurturing connections that support our personal and moral growth. However, not all relationships align with these Stoic ideals. Whether it's negative emotional impacts, misaligned values, persistent selfishness, or destructive communication patterns, certain dynamics can undermine our tranquility and well-being. In this exploration, we will discuss 12 key signs that a relationship may not be conducive to a Stoic life, offering insight into how to identify, address, and navigate these challenges in a way that prioritizes self-respect, mutual accountability, and a path toward virtuous living. Number 1. Lack of respect. A consistent lack of respect erodes the foundation of any healthy relationship, as respect is the bedrock upon which all interactions are built. In Stoicism, respect aligns with the virtue of justice, which calls for treating others with fairness and dignity. When respect is persistently absent, it signals a violation of both interpersonal ethics and Stoic principles. To be repeatedly disrespected is to have one's dignity chipped away piece by piece. This isn't just unpleasant, it reflects a misalignment with the Stoic aim of living a virtuous life. For Stoics, every interaction is an opportunity to practice virtues like wisdom and justice. When someone disrespects you, they not only harm your well-being, but also hinder your ability to live according to these values. Disregard in any form through words, actions, or neglect indicates that something fundamental is amiss. Stoicism teaches us not to react with anger or resentment, but to respond with reason, judgment, and emotional detachment. Recognizing a lack of respect for what it is, a deviation from virtue, allows us to make rational decisions about the role of such relationships in our lives. Addressing this lack of respect is not merely reactive, it's a proactive step to protect one's mental peace and moral integrity. It's about choosing not to accept less than you deserve, and, if necessary, stepping away to remain true to your principles. This is not just self-protection, it's an affirmation of your worth and commitment to the Stoic pursuit of virtue. Number 2. Negative effects on mental health. The negative effects of relationships on mental health can be profound and pervasive. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining tranquility, a state of calm and balance. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but managing them effectively, especially when they're influenced by others. If you frequently feel anxious, depressed, or stressed due to someone's presence in your life, it's a clear sign the relationship may be doing more harm than good. Stoicism advises us not merely to endure hardship, but to create environments that contribute to our well-being. Relationships that drain emotional energy or leave you feeling diminished can hinder your pursuit of a serene and purposeful life. While Stoics believe our well-being depends largely on our inner state rather than external circumstances, they also emphasize the duty to protect our inner peace from disruptive influences. Seneca, a prominent Stoic thinker, stressed the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and inspire, and to distance ourselves from those who bring negativity. Reflecting on how a relationship affects your mental health isn't just about recognizing negative emotions. It's about taking action to prevent being trapped by them. This might involve setting boundaries or distancing yourself from those who disrupt your peace of mind. In doing so, you're not just avoiding discomfort, you're actively choosing a path aligned with Stoic virtues, rationality, emotional resilience, and peace. When a relationship consistently harms your mental health, it's a sign to reassess and recalibrate. This isn't a failure to endure, but a strategic decision to foster a healthier, more harmonious life, which is the ultimate goal of Stoic practice. Number 3. Misaligned values. Core beliefs and values act as a compass, guiding us through life and helping us make decisions aligned with who we are. When these fundamental principles consistently clash with those of someone close to us, it can create deep internal conflict. Stoicism emphasizes harmony and personal integrity, making such misalignments more than inconvenient. They become serious concerns. The Stoics taught that peace of mind stems from living a life of virtue, in accordance with rational principles. When someone close to us holds values that conflict with our own, it threatens our ability to maintain that peace. For instance, if honesty is central to your identity, but a close companion frequently distorts the truth, this discrepancy creates ongoing tension and discomfort. Over time, such conflicts erode trust and mutual respect, which are essential for a healthy relationship. Stoicism encourages careful reflection on our associations, ensuring they support our moral and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius often stressed the importance of surrounding oneself with people who embody the virtues we strive for. When our core values do not align with those of others, it hinders our progress as Stoics, leading to compromises on our principles or a state of constant ethical conflict. Addressing these misalignments requires thoughtful reflection and perhaps open dialogue where both parties express their values and explore whether compromise is possible. However, if the gap is too wide, it may be necessary to reconsider the relationship's role in your life. This isn't about labeling the other person as wrong, but acknowledging that not every relationship serves your higher purpose of personal and ethical development. Recognizing and addressing misaligned values is essential not only for internal harmony, but also for ensuring that our relationships support our journey toward a virtuous and fulfilling life. This alignment is central to the Stoic pursuit of tranquility and ultimately happiness. Number 4, feeling constantly drained. In any healthy relationship, the exchange of energy should be revitalizing, not depleting. When interactions consistently leave you feeling drained, it signals a misalignment with Stoic principles, which emphasize self-preservation through rational and harmonious living. Stoicism teaches the importance of conserving our internal energy and using it wisely. Philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius highlighted the value of relationships that nurture and support us, rather than those that sap our emotional and physical reserves. Feeling constantly drained is more than a minor annoyance. It's a profound depletion of the resources essential for living a productive, virtuous life according to Stoic ideals. This exhaustion can manifest as emotional fatigue, dread of future interactions, or even physical tiredness. These symptoms suggest that the relationship is unsustainable and imbalanced, a clear violation of Stoic wisdom that advises against investing in relationships that take more than they give. Stoicism teaches that every relationship should contribute to your well-being and help you progress toward becoming a better person. Addressing this issue requires evaluating why the relationship is draining. Is it due to a lack of mutual support, one-sided interactions, or the other person's constant negativity or demands? Identifying the root cause is essential in deciding how to move forward, whether through honest communication, setting firmer boundaries, or, if necessary, distancing yourself to protect your peace and well-being. Managing draining relationships isn't merely about removing negativity from your life, it's about making space for more enriching, supportive connections that align with Stoic values of mutual respect and personal growth. Each relationship should enhance your life, allowing you to thrive and contribute positively to others, not detract from your energy and well-being. Number 5, manipulation. In Stoicism, the pursuit of authenticity and clarity is essential for living in harmony with our true selves and the world around us. Manipulation, however, starkly opposes these principles, distorting reality to benefit the manipulator at the expense of the manipulated. This distortion clouds judgment and leads one away from the Stoic ideal of a reasoned and virtuous life. Manipulation in relationships often involves subtle psychological tactics, deceit, guilt-tripping, or gaslighting, where reality is twisted and your perceptions or memories are questioned. For Stoics, this is a serious problem, as Stoicism emphasizes the importance of seeing things as they truly are, without external distortions. When someone manipulates you, they impose their will, disrupting your ability to make rational decisions based on truth. Dealing with manipulation requires a steadfast commitment to Stoic principles, seeking truth, living with integrity, and maintaining autonomy. This may involve setting firm boundaries or becoming more vigilant about manipulative behavior. It is crucial to reaffirm your values and ensure your actions align with them, rather than reacting impulsively to manipulation. Confronting manipulation also calls for reflection, a key Stoic practice. By examining the nature of the relationship and your responses, you can assess whether the relationship can be salvaged through honest communication and mutual commitment to change, or whether it would be wiser to distance yourself. Stoicism teaches that preserving one's moral integrity and peace of mind often requires difficult but necessary decisions, especially when protecting oneself from harmful influences. Freeing oneself from manipulative relationships is not merely about escaping negativity, it is about realigning with the Stoic goal of living a truthful and authentic life. This realignment fosters clearer thinking, better decision-making, and a deeper sense of peace, all of which are central to the Stoic way of life. Number 6. Trust. Trust is not merely a component of a relationship. It is the foundation upon which all meaningful connections are built. In Stoicism, trust aligns with the virtue of justice, emphasizing fairness, honesty, and reliability, qualities essential for fostering deep and authentic relationships. Without trust, relationships become unstable, filled with doubt and insecurity, which prevents genuine intimacy and connection. Stoicism teaches us to be dependable and truthful, not only because these are virtuous traits, but because they create an environment where trust can thrive. When trust is lacking in a relationship, it often signals that these values are not being upheld. The absence of trust can trigger a cascade of negative emotions. Suspicion replaces openness, fear overshadows hope, and individuals may find themselves guarding against potential betrayal rather than growing together. Addressing a lack of trust requires returning to Stoic principles. This involves honest self-assessment. Am I contributing to this lack of trust? Am I being transparent and reliable? Stoicism encourages us to confront these questions directly, advocating for integrity and straightforwardness as the path to rebuilding trust. If trust issues arise from the other person, a Stoic approach might involve empathy and understanding, but also setting firm boundaries. This could mean having difficult conversations to explore the root of the trust issues, or taking decisive action if the issues are irreparable. Sometimes maintaining peace of mind and adhering to Stoic virtues may require distancing yourself from relationships where trust cannot be restored. And trust is crucial not only for the health of relationships, but also for the Stoic pursuit of tranquility. It is only in reliable and secure relationships that one can find peace. When trust is absent, it's a clear signal to reevaluate and recalibrate the dynamics of the relationship in alignment with Stoic ideals. This process is not just about improving relationships with others, but about being true to oneself and one's philosophical commitments. Number 7. Abusive behavior. Stoicism unequivocally condemns any form of abuse, whether physical, emotional, or verbal, as it directly contradicts the Stoic commitment to treating all individuals with dignity and respect. Abuse undermines the very essence of living a virtuous and meaningful life. In Stoic thought, enduring abuse is never a requirement. Instead, Stoicism advocates for the preservation of self-respect and personal well-being above all else. Marcus Aurelius spoke of the importance of maintaining one's inner citadel, a metaphor for our capacity to remain firm in our principles and protect our inner peace, even in the face of external misfortunes and injustices, including abuse. Recognizing and addressing abuse is critical, not just for personal safety, but for safeguarding mental health and dignity. The Stoic response to abuse involves a rational and decisive distancing from the source of harm. This is not about seeking retaliation or harboring resentment, but about making a clear, wise decision to remove oneself from situations that violate Stoic principles. Distancing oneself from abuse aligns with the Stoic practice of self-care, which is essential for living a virtuous life. It's about ensuring that your environment and relationships contribute positively to your moral and philosophical growth. If you are facing any form of abuse, it's essential to take immediate steps to protect yourself and seek help where needed. Stoicism doesn't call for passive endurance of hardship, but encourages wise, courageous action when confronted with wrongful treatment. This may involve reaching out to trusted friends, family, or professionals for support and guidance in securing safety and respect. Stoicism teaches that protecting one's dignity and well-being is a fundamental responsibility, and removing oneself from abusive situations is a crucial step in upholding this duty. Number 8. Lack of growth. In Stoicism, personal and moral growth are central to living a good life. Stoics believe life is a continuous opportunity for self-improvement, emphasizing the importance of mutual support in our pursuit of virtue and wisdom. When a relationship lacks growth or mutual support, it contradicts these Stoic ideals, potentially hindering personal development and progress. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus often spoke of synergia, mutual cooperation, emphasizing that relationships should serve as a space where both individuals challenge and support each other in becoming better human beings. This support goes beyond simple encouragement. It involves contributing to each other's growth through honest feedback, shared experiences, and the constant pursuit of personal principles. When a relationship stagnates, leaving you without growth or support, it can feel like being stuck while the world moves forward. This stagnation might manifest as dissatisfaction, a sense that your potential is being limited, or a feeling that life is less fulfilling than it should be. From a Stoic perspective, this situation demands introspection and decisive action. You must evaluate the causes of the stagnation and address them directly. Addressing the absence of growth or support might involve having open and honest conversations about your needs and expectations. It could require redefining the goals of the relationship, or, in some cases, recognizing that the relationship may no longer serve your development. Stoicism teaches that sometimes the most courageous action is to distance oneself from relationships that no longer align with the pursuit of a virtuous life. For Stoics, every relationship is an opportunity to practice virtues and help each other advance toward wisdom and happiness. A relationship that no longer contributes to this goal isn't merely neutral, but may become a hindrance that requires reassessment. Recognizing and addressing the lack of growth and support isn't just about seeking personal fulfillment. It's about aligning your relationships with your core values and striving toward the Stoic ideal of a flourishing life. Number 9. Selfishness. In Stoicism, relationships are viewed as essential spaces for practicing virtues such as generosity, fairness, and reciprocity. A healthy relationship is a dynamic exchange of giving and receiving, a two-way street. Persistent selfish behavior, however, starkly contradicts Stoic ethics, which emphasize mutual benefit and support. Such an imbalance undermines the integrity of the relationship and hampers both personal and moral development, which are core to Stoic philosophy. When one party consistently prioritizes their own needs and desires over the others, it disrupts the balance required for a healthy partnership. Stoicism teaches that virtue lies in balance and self-control, which translates into considering the well-being of the other as equal to one's own in relationships. Persistent selfishness fosters resentment and dissatisfaction, eroding trust and affection over time. Addressing selfish behavior requires honest reflection and open communication. Stoic practices encourage calm, clear expression of concerns, focusing on the impact of the behavior rather than placing blame. The goal is to restore balance and foster a more generous spirit within the relationship. However, Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-respect and personal autonomy. If efforts to restore balance prove fruitless, Stoicism advises the wisdom to recognize when it is time to distance oneself from relationships that no longer serve one's ethical and personal growth. Every interaction is an opportunity to practice virtue, and a relationship marked by persistent selfishness is not just a personal challenge, it is a philosophical one. It stands in the way of living a good life defined by mutual respect, support, and continuous growth. Recognizing and addressing such challenges is not only about personal happiness, but about adhering to a moral and ethical way of life that enriches both oneself and others. Number 10. Destructive communication. In Stoicism, the emphasis on rationality and wisdom extends into the way we communicate. Communication in any relationship should be both honest and constructive, reflecting the Stoic ideal that our words should embody our virtues. Through speech, we have the power to either uplift and support others, or to degrade and harm them. Persistent negative communication patterns, such as criticism, sarcasm, or belittling, can erode the very foundations of respect and understanding necessary for a healthy relationship. When communication becomes consistently destructive, the damage goes beyond temporary hurt. It can fundamentally alter how individuals perceive one another, slowly eroding trust and affection over time. The Stoic approach to this issue requires mindful reflection on not only what is said, but also how it is expressed. Stoicism teaches us to control our reactions, choosing words that align with principles of justice and kindness. This means striving to infuse our conversations with positivity and support, and addressing disputes with the intent to resolve conflict and rebuild understanding, rather than to win arguments or belittle others. Addressing and transforming destructive communication requires deliberate effort. It may involve setting goals for how to speak and respond, practicing active listening, or even seeking external help, such as counseling, to improve communication skills. The Stoic practice of self-reflection is vital in this process, as it involves regularly assessing our communication habits and determining whether they align with our ethical and philosophical goals. If efforts to improve communication fail to yield positive results, Stoicism also recognizes the importance of protecting one's well-being. In cases of unyielding and damaging communication, distancing oneself may be necessary to preserve personal tranquility and integrity. Guided by Stoic wisdom, such a decision is not made lightly but is seen as a crucial step toward maintaining a virtuous life free from continual discord. Number 11. Ignoring personal needs. In Stoicism, respecting personal needs and boundaries is vital for maintaining self-respect and harmony in relationships. Ignoring or trivializing these aspects leads to imbalances, creating an environment where disrespect and dissatisfaction can thrive. Stoic philosophy emphasizes clear communication and mutual respect as the foundation for healthy relationships. When someone consistently overlooks or diminishes your needs, it signals that your well-being is not a priority in the relationship. This disregard may manifest as boundary violations, unilateral decisions, or failing to acknowledge your feelings, eroding trust, and your sense of worth, both of which are crucial for Stoic living. Addressing these issues begins with recognizing and affirming your own needs and boundaries, which is not selfish, but essential self-care. The next step is clear and assertive communication, explaining your needs calmly and with the intent to educate rather than confront. If, despite these efforts, your needs continue to be disregarded, it may be necessary to reconsider the relationship. Stoicism teaches the importance of surrounding oneself with people who contribute positively to one's life. A relationship that consistently creates more turmoil than tranquility is likely incompatible with Stoic ideals. In such cases, distancing oneself is not an act of aggression, but a wise decision to protect one's well-being and moral integrity. While Stoicism values social connections and enduring hardship with resilience, it also prioritizes living according to one's principles. A relationship that dismisses an individual's needs cannot support the Stoic pursuit of a virtuous and harmonious life. Number 12. Lack of mutual accountability. Mutual accountability is an essential component of any healthy relationship, and in Stoicism, it is regarded as a fundamental virtue. Being accountable for one's actions fosters trust and respect, which are the bedrock of enduring relationships. Without accountability, relationships can suffer from misunderstandings, leading to a breakdown in these critical pillars of trust and respect. In Stoic practice, each person is encouraged to reflect on their actions and take responsibility, especially when their actions negatively affect others. This includes making amends when possible. The absence of mutual accountability can create a one-sided dynamic, where one or both parties feel unheard or disrespected. Such imbalance destabilizes the relationship, as Stoicism teaches that relationships should be sources of mutual support and growth, helping each individual align more closely with their virtues. Addressing a lack of mutual accountability requires open, honest communication. Both parties must discuss expectations clearly, agreeing on what accountability looks like for each of them. This may involve setting specific behavioral standards, discussing consequences for actions, and having regular check-ins to ensure that both feel supported and respected. However, if efforts to establish mutual accountability fail to produce positive changes, Stoicism advises re-evaluating the relationship. Stoicism does not advocate enduring harmful or unbalanced relationships indefinitely. Instead, it encourages seeking relationships that contribute to personal and moral growth. A relationship that consistently fails to demonstrate accountability or respect for Stoic ideals of justice, wisdom, and courage may not align with the Stoic pursuit of a fulfilled and virtuous life.